Hey guys, welcome to Project Melon Music's YouTube channel with your host, Ell and Lisaboo. Welcome. Hey up, how we doing? Yeah, how's this horrible Northern Hemisphere weather treating you this this week? But anyway, welcome. A little bit of a grip that is like normal. Yeah, welcome. So, if you're new here and you like what you see, spank the subscribe button. It's completely free and it does help the channel in a massive way. And if you see, there is the channel's PayPal there in the pinned comment there. And also, if you can, it's entirely up to you. Donate to the channel. It does help the channel out in a big way because we can upgrade the computer equipment, all the equipment and everything. So, and in the description there is the link tree to the channel, and there's all the links to like all the socials like Instagram, Twitter. Screw you, Elon. I will still call it Twitter. There's the email address and Lisaboo's store, Boo the Bell X Studio over on Etsy. She's got some amazing stuff over there, and if you want to get something for someone or you're looking for something for yourself, go over there. She's got some amazing stuff. So, Lisa. What happened? Can you tell people what you got over there?
Sure can. Buddha Bell X Studio on Etsy. Right now there's a 25% off sale. So so if you're looking for something for that special somebody or for a teacher, for whoever's in your life, go and check it out. I've been working hard on bracelets and stuff to get the stock up for busy time, right? It will take a little bit longer for shipping because right now Canada Post has decided to strike. So I do have other shipping ways. It will get to you in time. So. But there's bracelets, there's pendants, there's towers, there's spheres, there's different raw specimens, a lot of tumbles, a lot of sets, tumble sets, chakra sets. Something for everybody. So go check it out.
I've just put the link to Elisa's store over in the chat there. So if you want to check it out, please do. She's got some amazing stuff there. So and also she's got like a chat function as well on the store. So if you're looking for something specific, you can get contact Lisa through there. So replay crew. Hey dudes, how you doing? Hope you're doing alright. Give that like a spank. We know we do like a good spanking around here. We're going. So anyway, moving on to the first part of the show. We are going to review 6 bands and their music today. Let me just get this wrong one. We got 6 bands and 6 songs. The first band is Frozen Crown. We've got UNSIN. We've got A Day to Remember. Antipope. Hope I pronounced that right. Then we've got Seventh Crystal. And we got Terrortory. So, we have. So, those are the 6 bands. So, the first 3 bands or my choices. The second three bands is Lisa's choices. So start off with Frozen Crown and the song Kings. So Lisa, over to you.
Well, it was a very strong intro on this with the guitars and the drums blazing, which I really enjoyed. And very strong female vocals on this. And there were really great backup vocals too, which I enjoyed. I like having the backup vocals. Guitar solos and riffs were awesome. And there was a female guitarist. Um, Amazing solo just over halfway was great. I love that. Love the energy in the video. A lot of head banging. Yeah, I enjoyed that too. And the snowy parts of the video were fitting for the name of the band, right? With the Frozen Crown. And fitting for I Got Snow. So much snow outside, so it was like, okay, that's fitting. The lyrics are good on this. Altogether, it was a really strong band. I loved the rhythm section. Really strong, and it carries it all the way through. I really enjoyed this song, and the transitions were really good. Really strong band, and I liked the subdued tones, the colors in the video. It kind of matched with the lyrics, with the band. Yeah, it was all around really good. So yeah.
Yeah, pretty much for me it's the same. The intros really came in strong. In the intro, came in really strong with with the drums, guitars, and the bass. Basically full up. Basically, the drums. I love the drums on this. Really love the drums on this. They basically set the pace at a fast pace. They were heavy and thunderous, and the only reason why I say that is because the drummer used two bass drums. I really love. I don't know about you, but when the drummer uses two bass drums or a double kick pedal, it adds something extra. To me, anyway, it adds something extra. Really like that. The bass, like the drums, came really, really strong, and the bass was sort of like more in your, they're sort of like definitely in your face. The bassist was really going for it, and couple that with the drums as well. It's just like it was a brilliant rhythm section. They were they were the backbone of the song, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
They drove the song along, really drove it on. And the two guitarists, the two guitarists on there, absolutely brilliant from start to finish. And like you mentioned there, the guitar solo, but around about halfway through, is absolutely stellar. It was brilliant the way she actually did that. She was like finger tapping as well.
Yeah.
You being part of it. Plus like the guitars were sort of like signaling the transitions, and they were absolutely brilliant. The transitions. Love the vocals on this. Really strong. Like I said, they're really, really strong. And they really fit the music, what they were doing, like sort of like that fast paced style.
Yeah.
Really, really, really absolutely brilliant. And for me, the whole band was in this song was sort of like off the chain, in your face, and it was just like grabs you by the scruff of the neck and says, "You will listen to me. You will." Yeah, you know what I mean. It was that type of song where it sort of like grabs a hold of you, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really liked it. Really liked it. So yeah, and I forgot all the links to the bands that I'm going to be reviewing today are down in the description. So please, please, please go check them out. And yes, don't worry, you if you if you sort of like check the bands out and you come back and says, "Oh, I didn't particularly like that band. It's too noisy or it's too depressing," or we know that not everybody is going to like the bands that we feature here. We know it's not to everybody's taste, so don't worry, don't worry. So yeah, but all we ask is just go check them out. Just go check them out. That's all we ask.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you are listening to a certain band, let us know. Let us know what band you're listening to and the songs that you're listening to in the description, in comment section there. Let us know so we can bring you more of what you're listening to. So yeah.
Yep.
And if you
Or
are a
if you,
band,
yeah, I was just about to say it.
yeah, if you are a
Yeah.
band,
Yeah, if
let
you're a band and you want to get featured, or just let us know in the description, in the comment section, or you can email the band, email me directly here on the email and say, "Oh, I've just watched your show, and we're a band from such and such. We're sort of like whatever genre of rock and metal that we are, you are. Just say, oh yeah, can you chat us?" You never know. You might get featured on the show, or possibly possibly doing an interview. So
yeah.
yeah, just get on over. Give me an email. Send an email over at Project M Music 2015 at gmail.com. And yeah. So anyway, so what's your rating to Frozen Crown?
I gave it an 8 to start with, but I think it's more of an 8.5 for me after I listened to it a few times. Mostly because of that rhythm section. Yeah, I really like that. I really like the female guitarist as well. So
Yeah,
um,
cool.
yeah, so
Yeah, I was going to give it an 8.5, but I said no, L. Give it a 9. Give it a 9 because of the rhythm section and that sweet ass fucking solo in halfway through.
yeah,
That was that was like that was a, plus like it's like I said the band was off the chair on this with this song, so I give it a 9. They give the song and the band a 9 on that. So
yeah.
uh,
You seem to. I think our feed is stuttering a little bit. So guys, sorry if it's stuttering for
yeah.
you.
Yeah. Let's go on to the next band, UNSIN, and the song Acid. Uh, Lisa, you start off, and I'll see if I can actually.
Okay.
Um, don't forget, the UK's been battered by a massive storm today. We
Yeah.
might have like a few tech issues, so bear with us. Bear with us. So, Lisa, take it away, and I'll see if
Okay.
I can sort this out.
Okay. Well, the intro on this was very interesting with the countdown clip with the 3, 2, 1, and it was like strong guitars and drums on this. really enjoyed the great rhythm section. And the deeper female vocals on this were amazing. I love the cool range in her voice, higher and lower parts in her voice. Great transitions between the sections, great riffs and solos by the guitar, and the solo about 2/3 of the way through is awesome. I really like the feel of this band. I like the use of a vocal overlay on this. Great sound. The song really visualizes the lyrics and emotions, and I have a thing for lyrics. So yeah, really with the singer like visualizing the lyrics, and it really brought a lot to it. And she's trying to, in the lyrics, it's like she's trying to break free. Very thought provoking. And I like the black and white and the subdued tones of the color on this as well. And the use of liquid on the floor was very symbolic, I think, um, with the name of the song Acid. I think it was very symbolic. Very cool song. I really liked it, and the bass was super strong, which gave an extra point for me. So me and my bass, lyrics bass.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah,
So I do hope that's fixed. I had to reload I had to refresh the stream. So I hope that's fixed it.
I think it's
Hope
still
that's,
doing it, but hopefully
yeah,
it doesn't cut out. So
yeah,
sorry guys,
yeah,
but bear with us.
yeah. So for me, loved the I like the intro with like sort of like the horror theme music with the keyboards at the
Yes,
beginning.
yes,
Drums I really liked when they kicked in. The brain pounding, and again, he's another drummer with the drum set with the two bass drums, which I really liked. The bass is in your face again. There's another bass who's actually in your face and really slapping around around your head, and metaphorically speaking, slapping around your head and saying you're gonna love this, and it also adds to the drums as well. If you know what I mean, it's yeah. The guitars are great, especially with like some pinched harmonics in there. That's really good. The riffs and the solos are good. About halfway through where the transition. The transitions, like I said, about the transitions are good. From going from heavy to soft and back again. Vocals are good and soulful, really meaningful. And like I said, with at the beginning with the horror theme music, at the beginning with the keys, it's sort of like I can't remember the film, the movie, where it was like sort of like a slasher stroke, sort of like I can't remember. It was like a guy walking around with a boiler suit with with a Hessian sack on, because you do see that type of you do see that character in the video, and it's sort of like a horror themed type of video. So that's why there was like sort of like with the obviously with the song title "Acid" is that liquid on the floor is sort of like like I said, sort of like symbolic with sort of like portraying like sort of like some sort of like acid or some form of uh, you watch the video because we could sort of like sit here and discuss for hours and hours and hours about the ins and outs and you know what I mean of each video, if you
Yeah.
know what I mean.
Yeah. This one particularly was very symbolic. So yeah, you have to watch the video to really because she's like acting out like in the lyrics and the way she's singing like the lyrics and the emotions of it, right?
Yeah,
So yeah, very symbolic.
yeah, yeah. So, what's your rating?
I gave it an 8.5, a solid 8.5 out of 10. I want to hear more. This band also is from Greece too. I can't remember if we mentioned that. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, they're from Greece. So I thought that was cool in itself. Like I love hearing bands from different countries and getting their it definitely had a really cool feel to this song. So yeah, hopefully you guys will go check it out. And
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, for me it was for a 9. It's definitely a 9. Because of like sort of like that's one of my favorite genres of movie film is horror. I do like sort of like, and yeah, it was like combination of sort of like with the lyrics, the music, the actual musicianship of the band and the vocals and the lyrics and the imagery of what they were portraying. For me, it's like it's a definite 9, definite 9.
cool.
So yeah. So the next band is A Day to Remember, and their song "Have Faith in Me." So yeah, it's now for you. For some of you OG people who are been around for a while, you may remember that I picked three songs in the top 3 songs of category in the channel, which I need to bring back at some point. And this song is off that album. Let me just check. Uh, yeah, it's off their 2009 album. Let me see. Homesick. So yeah, right, Lisa, over to you.
Well, right away I knew I liked this song and this band. So yeah, the bass, that bass,
Oh
it's
yeah,
up
yeah,
front. It really gets you. Um,
yeah,
and I love that. I love when the bass is up front. And the drums at the beginning are super cool and and right after that the bass coming in just hit me. It was just like, yeah, I like this band. And the vocals on this are excellent as well. The lyrics on this are to me anyways are very emotional. And they really hit my heart. um I'll never let you go, I'll never let you fall. I love the lyrics on this. The pace was great on this. Love the transitions between the faster and the slower sections. I like that too when they have like, that contrast. Strong rhythm section really added a lot for me and really carried the song through. Guitars are great, all around excellent song, and yeah, it's on my playlist. This is on my playlist. So yeah, it's
cool,
up there
cool,
now. So and the
yeah,
video itself was really well made, and showed the emotions really well too. So yeah.
yeah, yeah. The same for me. I love the drum intro. I love that was brilliant with the drummer. Setting basically setting the pace for it. The sort of like sort of like, I wouldn't say a fast pace, but it was like a good, solid, energetic, sort of like it was trying to set the tone of the lyrics, if you know what I mean. Sort of like, look, like you said, look, you've got to have, like the name, like the subtitle says, you've got to put faith in me. Yeah. I'm gonna be sort of like, I'm gonna go, because it sort of like, if you watch the video, you'll see that two people, one's going away, the other one is sort of like, I don't want you to go, but the one that is going says, look, you got to have a little bit of faith, you've got to have a little bit of trust in me, to come back.
Yeah.
So yeah, and the drummer sort of like sets that pace. Says, look, I'm coming back. Have a little faith in me, so to speak. And that's what. Yeah, and it's sort of like there's sort of like oh, I just had the word. It was like sort of like that had that urgency, if you know what I mean. You say, look, don't worry, type of thing.
Yeah.
So with getting on to the rest of the band, the bass, absolutely brilliant on this. It was solid, strong, and it was like complete throughout. It was there. It was sort of like with the drums. It was like sort of like in your face, solid and pounding. If you know what I mean. Same with the drums as well. The guitars are good with some really, really cool solos and riffs in this. And the vocals, what can I say about the vocals? The vocals was in the song, for me anyway, it was like he was conveying that emotion in the lyrics across really well, if you know what I mean. It's just, yeah. And absolutely brilliant song. So yeah. So what's your rating?
I gave it a 9 to a 9.5 because at first I gave it a 9, but it really hit my heart, like the lyrics and stuff, and that, like, you got to have faith in me, and just everything about it, like the music, the lyrics, everything about it, the video, it just, it really got in my heart. So yeah, it's 9 to 9.5. It's more to 9.5 for me.
Yeah.
Because that bass being up front really really did it for me too. So yeah.
For me, I've listened to the whole album. Absolutely listened to the whole album, and it's absolutely brilliant. So go check out Homesick. From I can't remember, but for me, the song is it's a 9 from me. I've been following the band for quite a while now, and this is one of the reasons why I chose the song, because I know the band is absolutely brilliant. So good. So that's why I picked a 9, at least a 9. So going on to the second half of this segment, which is Lisa's choices. So the first band of Lisa's choice is Antipope, and their song "Brotherhood of Babylon." Now, I like this song, really I do, especially with the sort of like sci-fi, sort of like cool sci-fi sort of like intro with like the electronic, of sort of like like the 1950s B movies or the 19 like TV shows of the 1960s, sci-fi such as like Doctor Who or Land of the Giants or Lost in Space or Time Tunnel, that type of thing. Yes, I am showing my age here. Because I used to watch them on replay in syndication when I was a kid back in the 80s, 70s and 80s. So yeah, really liked it. I loved when the drums came in. I loved the drums on this, the solid, powerful throughout. And I do believe I did see the drummer using a double kick pedal on this, which I loved. Yes, I do have a thing for drummers. Yeah, like how well a drummer plays the drums, if you know what I mean. I do have a thing for a good drummer. You know what I mean? But I've seen some, you know what I mean? It's just like, if a band's got a good drummer, keep a hold of them, because basically it's hard to find a good drummer. It's hard to find a good drummer who gets the music, who gets the, you know what I mean? And yeah, absolutely brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I love the drums on this. Again, bass up front, in your face, slaps you around the head, and grabs you by the scruff and said, "Listen to this song." It was like sort of like that heavy bass type of thing.
Yeah.
And it's like that was like throughout the song. Obviously, there's like a good few transitions there. It's like absolutely good. Let's see. The guitars are great with the riffs, and the solo round about halfway through, it was absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. It was like such a cool solo. The transitions are good, and within the transitions, so they're going from like one part of the song to another. The transitions reminded me sort of Iron Maiden of the 1980s, sort of like Iron Maiden. Who was the rhythms? Who was Adrian Smith? Was the rhythm guitarist back in the 80s, late 80s, before Yannick Gage came in 89. Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the comment section who was the rhythm guitarist of I think it's Adrian Smith before Yannick Gage came in. So yeah, let me know. Anyway, off that tangent. So I love the vocals. Love the vocals on this. Good. They are really good and solid, and fits well with the music as well. So yeah, really good song. Really good pick there. Really good pick. So, what are you, Lisa?
The reason I was laughing is because I knew you were going to say that about the drum. Yeah, that, and I knew you were going to say that about that eerie sound at the beginning too. That's one of the reasons why I picked it, because it's different. Like, this is a different sound to this band. A really cool band, by the way. The eerie sound at the beginning, and the strong drums and guitars come in, and the vocals. I don't know if you caught that, but the vocals started out, but it had a lot of reverb and like crackle.
Yeah.
And that was very ominous, very like eerie too, like that the beginning there, how they did that. The first time I listened to it, I'm like, I thought my headphones were starting to go on me. I thought they were
Yeah.
crazy. So it was like, oh
Yeah.
no. And then when I listened to it again, it was like, okay, well, yeah. So cool video, the musicians in their studio, and some clips, those clips of Egypt and the symbolism of Babylon. A lot of symbolism in this with the lyrics. And yeah, we are calling you brotherhood of snake. Will storm your mind, slither in the dark behind the corner of your thought. We feed on fear. Yeah, so very symbolic, very like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, really, really awesome drums on this. Guitar riffs and solos are great. The vocals really grew on me. They really like when I first listened to it, like I was saying about how they had that reverb and stuff, but
Yeah.
I listened to this probably about 10 times. Um, it really grew on me. Perfect sound for the song.
Yeah.
All around really good sound and transitions are good. And I like the behind the scenes look at the band. And the end with them playing, them laughing and saying, "That was better than the last time." I thought that was a nice
Yeah.
touch. And and if you saw, they had like banners of Iron Maiden, and that's funny that you would say that
Yeah.
about Iron Maiden because they had banned um like
I Judas Priest when T-shirts of Judas Priest, I Maiden, and there's
yeah,
all the big great bands of the 70s and 80s.
up on the walls, and it was uh that itself really, that was cool. I
Yeah.
loved seeing that. So yeah,
I don't know if you saw the end card before the transition to the end scene with the band saying, "Oh, that was better than the last one."
yeah,
I don't know if you saw that. During the filming of this video, no lizards were harmed. Because I don't know if you saw the little animation going along the bottom with people carrying blocks, and there was like sort of like crocodile overload type of thing, sort of like marching behind them marching behind them.
yeah, yeah. I like that. I like that part of it. It made them really relatable and really like, like just I love that. I love seeing that, like the behind the scenes, the kind of blooper reels, as you will, with the guy
Yeah,
coughing and just, it just felt like you were there, and there was like, oh, that was better than the last time, like
yeah,
yeah, it just
yeah,
felt like, yeah, like you were right there and like listening
yeah,
to them. So
yeah. Yeah, when I first listened to, like getting back to the vocalist at the beginning, when he starts singing, um, I do believe that was the effects pedal. He was going through an effects pedal because I have seen people use effects pedals with the vocals. Um, I know Steph Mack from Holy Grail uses them, and and a couple of other bands have not have started to use them on when they're playing live. Um, so yeah, it's I'll just like I'll just I thought about like mention that with like the effects pedal for with the vocals and everything.
yeah,
So for me, the rating is it was solid 8.5 from me. A solid 8.5. I
exactly
really
the
enjoyed
same.
it.
Exactly the
Yeah,
same. 8.5.
yeah,
And
yeah,
we do not go through this beforehand.
yeah. When we send the video, the bands that we're going to be discussing for on the day, we go off in our respective corners and scribble down our thoughts of the band and the song, and then we sort of like and we don't go through notes until we actually are live. So yeah. So sometimes we agree, sometimes we sort of sort of like in the same ballpark. Sometimes we sort of not my thing type of thing.
Yeah, and that's okay too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's all down to personal taste at the end of the day.
Yeah. Oh, and
So
this band Antipope, they're from Finland. So
yeah. Cool band. Very cool band. Yeah. So the next band, let me see, is a band called Seventh Crystal, and their song Siren Song. Now, for me, when I first heard this song, I was like, I was like, that's a good song, but I was like, really? But I persevered, listened to it again, and I started liking it. I was starting to like it, really. When I listened to the second time, I started to write down my thoughts. Loved the guitar with the intro playing softly. Like that, really like that. Then the singer came in, really cool singer, soulful vocals on this, which are strong and meaningful, clean for the most part, but about halfway through, they go growl. Not a full growl, but they do go growl, and on a short part of the song, about halfway through roughly. Then they go back to clean again. That's sort of like got my attention. That middle part, I was like, oh, okay. That's when I said, ooh, yeah. So because it was like sort of like it is sort of like a ballad in a way.
yeah, it's a surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god, yeah. Let me see. Drums and bass are solid. Sets a good beat, and both bass and the drums are good, are the backbone of the song. Let me see. The guitars are excellent, playing softly on the whole. Again, they get heavy on. They get heavy. Solos and the riffs are amazing on this. Because it's like I said, the guitars are mainly sort of like they. At first, I thought it was like electrified acoustic, but it wasn't. It was like an electric guitar, proper full electric, and they're sort of like they're playing softly throughout the most, but when they do with the lyrics and everything, they sort of like get heavy, especially within like the halfway through, and then sort of like go back to like to the soft side of things.
Yeah.
And it's like, plus like I said, the transitions were absolutely brilliant on this, absolutely brilliant. So yeah, really cool song, really cool song. So Lisa.
I kind of wondered. I knew you were gonna do that. Like, because yeah, it was a softer, like it was more of a almost like a ballad, but softer. It was like a softer, more of a softer rock, um, not as heavy. But they're from Gothenburg, Sweden, this band. So, and I really like this band. It has a unique sound to it. And I like the start with the guitar and then the drums and then the vocalist coming in. The combination of them all is amazing. And I liked the backup vocals as well. Um, yeah, it made everything kind of really blend nicely. And the vocalist has a lot of range. Can hit the high notes as well as the lower ones. And I really like the guitar solos. And there is a slow section. This was my favorite section of it, halfway through, and it had like a very emotional feeling to it. And then all of a sudden, those deep vocals came in, and then the maniacal laugh um, was a cool touch. I really loved the lyrics on this, and yeah, the transitions from the lighter to the heavier were really good. So yeah, I really like this. I really like this band,
Yeah.
and yeah, I love that deeper vocal part was my favorite, and that maniacal laugh, like it was a
Yeah.
surprise. It was a good surprise. Yeah, that was my favorite part. So.
Yeah. Yeah. It's I was like I said, I was like when I first listened to it, I was like, really? I was like, but when they got to that halfway through the
Yeah.
song, I was like, oh, what's this? So for me,
Yeah.
this is the reason why it's between an 8.5 and a 9. So because that it's sort of like that halfway point.
Yeah.
It's sort of like, oh, what's this?
Yeah. For me, it was a 9. That halfway, that part with the deep vocals, and it really like even just the way the lyrics went with it, and it really told the story of the siren song. Um, yeah, from like the softer vocals all the way up, and then that transition to that deeper vocals, that's what did it for me. Yeah, it was very fitting. It was like it was a nice surprise, like I said, and the guitars in that part though too, like that heavier part, that was really cool. So yeah, it's a
Yeah,
9.
yeah, but
It's a
yeah,
9 for me. Yeah.
yeah. That's it's roughly the same thing for me. It's between the 8.5 and the 9. It's somewhere in there. It's I need to listen to them more. Um, I need to listen to them more. So the last song of this section is a band called Terror, not like terror as in scary, like Terrortory. Uh, lost me place. Where's me place? Ah, there we go. And the song In Praise of the Plague. I love this song. I loved this song. Starts off of somebody putting a cartridge in an old Nintendo game system.
Yeah.
Then, like trying to put it in, he rams it in and puts it in. All he sees is this guy on the lying on the couch, basically wasted on beer and everything. And he's like, then the band comes in, he's just like, and starts absolutely going off. Oh, there, God. Just the pace of it was just like, I wasn't expecting this. I wasn't expecting this. The whole band just went off. It just went mental. It literally just went off the chain. It's just like the fast paced sort of like thrash,
Yeah.
come like sort of like death or black, sort of like
Black. Yeah.
black metal or death metal mixed in with thrash, mixed in with speed, mixed in with like metalcore, that type of thing.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh my god, what the hell? I was like, what's this? I like this. Give me type of thing. But the thing is that they are not playing real instruments in the video. Do you know Guitar Hero, the game?
Guitar Hero. Yeah.
They were using the actual guitars and the drum set from the Guitar Hero.
Yeah.
I think there was also a Band Hero, I think, game. There was sort of like progression from Guitar Hero to Band Hero, where you can actually have a full band. I think. I could be wrong.
I'm not sure, but yeah, I know the Guitar Hero.
Yeah, and there were sort of like sticking their heads in the smoke machine, coming out and blowing smoke out of their mouths, and it was just like being absolutely leery. So I was just like absolutely brilliant. I basically put out, love the fast-paced energy of the song from the outset. Drums and bass are insane fast, and they set a brutal, and I mean brutal pace from the outset. They literally slap you in the face and come back for more and kick you up the butt. You know what I mean? And that's what I liked about it. That is from the start, or when they started playing the music. The guitars are brilliant, with some great solos and riffs throughout. The vocals are good and are perfect fit for the music, because you have that sort of like growly, like sort of like thrash, come sort of like metalcore, come death. Sort of like vocals with a growl. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Love the band. So, Lisa.
They're from Norrland, Sweden. This band. So yeah, I had a feeling you would love them too. And I love to start with the old TV and the old Nintendo gaming system. And yeah, the intro is very fast. Guitars and drums, the vocals deep and growly. Lyrics are deep and thought-provoking when you actually read them, right? All the knowledge in the world is close within your reach. Ignorance isn't part of free speech. Yeah, like when you actually listen to the lyrics, right? It's actually very thought-provoking, but in that, like, it's so fast and thrash, and they are like a black metal thrash band, right? So, yeah, I really like this band. I loved the fast pace, and the guitars and drums were excellent. Transitions are really good. The vocals are good. The video is simple but really funny, and they were throwing potato chips all over the place, and the guy laying on the couch was just covered, and the smoke machine, and yeah, the Guitar Hero, like, fake guitars, yeah, and the drums. Yeah, and I loved that funny part. Like, I love the funniness of this, them playing around as the guy's sleeping on the couch, and at the end, the band goes out and the guy's sleeping, and he all of a sudden it gets all of a sudden his phone goes, and he's like looks at
Wakes up and looks at his phone.
and then he
And says, "Oh right, here's
he grabs a
BJ."
piece of pizza.
That was so. That was so funny. That was so funny.
I loved the humor in this, and yeah, they smashed those Guitar Hero guitars and the drums. They smashed them, and I
Yeah.
was like, no, no, like another one of these. I always pick these, but yeah, I was like, that's abuse. Yeah,
Yeah.
I absolutely love this band. I love the humor. I loved like all
Yeah.
of it. The chips flying and the band just going nuts, and it all fit perfectly with the lyrics. With this,
Yeah.
like it, if you listen to the lyrics, there's actually substance there, but it was like it was a thing. It was,
Yeah. Yeah. That's the thing. It's just like, yeah. It was a fun video. It was like, it was sort of like a piss take, sort of, shall we say, of poking fun at the everything, basically. You know what I mean?
yeah,
It's sort of like the chaos in the world, obviously with the banking in the background and the band playing, and this guy sleeping on us, being completely ignorant of what's going on around them. If you know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. And there's that thought behind it, right?
Yeah,
It's like a visual representation of the world. So I thought that was, and then with the humor and everything part of it,
yeah,
right? So yeah,
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 yeah. Yeah, it's I like that sort of like humour to point out the foibles of what's going on in the world at the minute. So, which is chaos and everything.
yeah,
So, yeah. So, for me, it's a 9. It's a 9 for me.
yeah.
So,
What at first I was an 8.5, but it was going to the 9, so I'm 8.5 to a 9. I'm in there because I really love this band. I love their energy. I love the humor. I love, like their thought process. Um, it was amazing. I love this
yeah,
band. So yeah, go
yeah,
check them out, guys. This you need to see this video. If you
yeah,
need a laugh, it's heavy though, but
yeah.
it's a good one. It's a good one.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's sort of like thrash come metalcore come sort of like death come black metal type of thing.
Yeah,
Especially with like with everything like sort of like blends all of that type of sort of like um, genres together and come up. It's sort of like you were sort of like putting chucked everything in a metal pot in a pot and mix it up and see what came out.
yeah, yeah. And
So
it all works. It all works together.
yeah, it definitely worked. It definitely worked. That's really good band, really good band. And yeah, for all if you want to watch the videos that they've been discussed today, all the links are down in the description as well. So please check. All we ask is check them out. That's all we ask. That's all we ask. So Lisa, going on to the next part of the show, which is what gigs are coming up. So Lisa, well, I go to the toilet because I've been sucking down a lot of water, and I need to blow my nose again because I've been
Okay,
sneezing a lot the last couple of days. So I'll
okay,
be back in a minute.
okay. I'll try to be good.
I'll be listening. Don't be too naughty.
Okay,
Don't be too naughty.
okay. Oh my goodness. Let's see how much trouble we can get into.
I heard that.
I know. Oh, oh, guys, we have too much fun here. So yeah, if you haven't already, guys, replay crew, thank you so much for coming. Thank you guys for coming in and watching us. I know there's lots of stuff out there to watch, and thank you so much for coming to watch us. And I hope you like the bands that we just reviewed. So yeah, they're all in the description. if you want to check them out, and the links are there. Hope you really like them. And if you are listening to certain bands, let us know. Let us know the band and the song. And if you are a band and would like us to interview you, we'd love to do that. Just give Elle an email at projectmusic2015@gmail.com. And yeah, so make sure to hit that like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell to all, so you don't miss any content, and comment or ask questions. It really, really, really helps the channel. So yeah, gigs. So November 29th, which is coming in 6 days, Bachman Turner Overdrive is going to be at Rogers Place in Edmonton, Alberta. And Mother Mother is playing at Rogers Place on February 22nd of this coming year at Rogers Place. They're going to be playing. So yeah, and I do have a few more bands. Just I got to do a live research, guys. Live research to find the bands. Okay, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Okay. 1914 band is going to be playing. They're going to be having a metal tour in 2025, starting in February 1914. It is their Anthems for Doomed Youth tour, and they're going to be starting it on February 27th in Warsaw, and they're going to be going to Leipzig on the 28th of February. They'll be going to Selb at the Rock Club Nordbayern on March 1st. March 3rd, they're going to be in München. Sorry if I'm butchering these names in these places. At the Backstage Club. They're going to be at Erfurt in Bandhaus on March 4th. And then they're going to be in Frankfurt at the Nickel. I'm going to be butchering these names, guys. Sorry. The Nichtelben in Frankfurt on March the 5th. So yeah, that's 1914. They are a Black and Death metal band, doom metal. So yeah, they're going to be having their tour, their metal tour in 2025. And there's a bunch of other different dates for that as well. So I will be posting them. And Pain is going to be playing. There's tour dates, and it's going to be starting in 2025 in February 13th. So yeah, they're going to be at Bratislava Majestic Club on February 13th, and they're going to be in Milan at the Legend Club on February 15th. They're going to be playing in Lyon, France at La Réunion on February 16th. So yeah, guys, Pain with Oceans. That's the I Am on tour. So if there's any other Pain, if there's any other Pain heads out there, and yeah. So yeah, there's some really, really cool tours coming out. Yeah, a lot of different bands are going on tour in 2025. So yeah, I will be and Seven Kingdoms. We just did one of their songs today. Seven Kingdoms is going to be going on tour starting. Let's see here. They are going to be. Where are they going to be tonight? They are on their tour. They're going to be in Kelowna, BC at Jackknife on November 24th. They're going to be in Calgary, Alberta at Dickens on November 25th. They're going to be at the Starlight Room, because they're going all over North America. Right now is going to be into their Canadian section of it. They're going to be in Edmonton, Alberta at the Starlight Room on November 26th. They're going to be in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan at the Black Cat on November 27th. Going to be in Winnipeg, Manitoba at Side Stage on the 28th. And they're going to be starting to go back to the States on the 30th of November to Chicago at Reggie's. So yeah, they're going to be in Detroit, Brooklyn, Baltimore, Greensboro, Atlanta, Tampa, and Orlando as well. And they're going to be playing with Striker and Lutharo and Siren. So yeah, guys, going to be a really good tour for them. So yeah, those are the gigs that I have for now.
Cool. So, just a little bit of an update. Got a couple of interviews coming this week. Get this out of the that's why I've took a little bit more time than usual when I've got the. I've got a couple of interviews. One's been confirmed. Coming up later on in the week. I've got a band called Romeopathy. They are a band from let me see. Where is this? They are let me see. Romeopathy are a band and let me see, bear with well, anyway, Romeopathy, they haven't confirmed yet, but they look like it's going to be on the 29th, which is the Friday, 9 p.m. UK time. And I've got another band called Sagan. We've had them on before. They're going to be doing a catch-up interview this coming next Saturday on the podcast. They're going to do a catch-up because they've just released a new single, a new song called "The Seas Between." They are from North Carolina in the US, so going to be doing a catch-up interview with them to see what they've been up to, see what they've and talk about this new song. So the other interviews are got Josh Jones from the Obsidian Resurrection. Let me see. They are a really good band, and we've had Josh Jones on discussing the Obsidian Resurrection a few months back. They just released the new album, so going to have them back on again. And then that's on Tuesday, the 26th, which is the Tuesday at 9 p.m. Then we've got Rico Monaco Band on the 27th. I'm looking at the 27th for Rico Monaco at 9 p.m. UK time. So stay tuned for that. Plus, Lisaboo knows this. I'm hoping to get some working date for. Well, we've got somebody coming on the channel, which is pretty big. And I can't really say too much at the minute but I've been wanting to get this person on for quite a while. And I'm hoping they will come on at some time soon in the near future. And I'm hoping, literally hoping, it might turn into a series. I'm hoping. So watch this space. Watch this space. Like I said, I've been intentionally vague at the minute. But like I said, I can't really give too much away. Lisaboo knows who I'm talking about.
Yep.
So I'm hoping.
And I'm
Yeah. I'm just being, like I said, we're being deliberately vague at the minute. So we're not giving any identifiers out, but it's somebody big, big.
So you need to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the content.
Oh yes. Subscribe, notification bell to all. Stay tuned to especially on Instagram as well, because I have been posting out quite a bit of stuff on there, concerning the what's coming up on the channel. So yeah, stay tuned. I'm hoping it's something. I'm hoping it's going to turn out into something big.
Yep.
So yeah. So plus I'm also working on a couple of other interviews as well. So yeah, stay tuned. So Lisa, have you continued your journey through the wonderful world of Feist?
I have, but I haven't read as much as I want to. Things have been kind of crazy for me still, so yeah, I haven't read as much as I want to. So I basically just got on the first chapter of the next book, which is
Yeah.
Well, oh my God. So yeah.
Oh yes.
So.
You're gonna love that. Book. On so many levels. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to say too much, but yeah, it gets interesting very quickly.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to being able to read some more of it. So yeah, guys, sorry I haven't been able to read as much as I usually do. So
yeah,
you'll have to come back next week. Hopefully, I'll have more good stuff to say. But please read.
Yeah.
Feist.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh yes. So going from into a dark realm and reading the first chapter of Wrath of a Mad God. Sort of like, are you sort of like coming to sort of like some conclusions or where the books are going?
Yes. They just start like, it's so hard to know how to. I don't want to give anything away. Basically, you're starting to kind of see more of what the darkness is, right? From the title of the book, right? Wrath of a Mad God. So you're kind of starting to see where that darkness is coming from. So yeah, this is book 3 of the Dark War saga. So it's basically carrying on the rest of that journey of Pug and Nakar and Beck and
Magnus
and the rest of the people that are helping them to get to where they're going. And I don't want to say I'm not going to say where they go. Because we really want you guys to read these books. So hopefully by next week I'll have a little more insight, and I'll scribble down some notes so I can keep it straight in my head.
Yeah.
So
It's like I said, it's the wrath of the mad god. It's like I said, it gets interesting very quickly for a while. I'm trying not to give too much away because I know Lisaboo's in. Like, I don't want to spoil for Lisaboo, but I don't want to spoil for you guys as well, because basically this is sort of like sort of like in a journey of around within the timeline of the books. You're talking round about 100 years, at least 100 years. So it's sort of like, but it's that sort of like journey of Pug, of where he started out as a sort of like a kitchen hand in the Castle Crady on the far coast of the Kingdom of the Isles, way back when the Rift War started. If you know what I mean, and his journey through his trials and tribulations, if you know what I mean, of what. So
yeah, and it's kind of at a turning point, I think, for the books, where they're kind of figuring out who the darkness is, and that. So I really don't want to. I don't want to spoil it for everybody
yeah,
that wants to read the book or that is reading the book, because that's what we want. We want you guys to read these books, and because it really takes you to a different world, different worlds. Like, there's not just Midkemia or Calawan, or like there's so many different realms in these books, right? And it takes you through these different places. So it's like learning different cultures and learning different societies and different people, beings. So it's very interesting. Like, if you like learning about archaeology or just about people in general, it's a lot of learning about cultures and different societies and stuff. And like, in this journey that I've been going through, I've learned about so many different societies and so many different cultures. Even though they may be fictional, they have a basis in true life. Like with Kelawan, and that it's more like a Japanese society, and you can see these different societies in these different, like, that's how we based a lot of these different societies on, is like, ones that we know, right? Like, in our existence, right? So even though they are fictional, they're based on things that he knows, and cultures that he knows, and I find that just amazing.
yeah.
It's
It's
absolutely amazing.
yeah, it's like with like Lisa said that you got in the first trilogy, the Rift War saga. You had two types of people. Obviously, you got the kingdom, which is sort of like medieval Europe. Then you got Kelowin, which is from another people of Kelowin. They are sort of like Lisaboo said there. Japanese culture, got Japanese of the time, like feudal sort of like society, where then you've got on Kelowna itself, you've got like different sets of people as well. Same with on Mechemia, got a load of different types of peoples and races on Kelowna. Same with Kelowna. Then they sort of within, well, obviously you've got like the Rift War Soccer, then you've got the Empire books. It also like it takes a look at both sides of the Rift War.
Yeah.
You've got McKinney on one side being invaded by Kelowna, by the Suriani, and it sort of like takes a look at both sides of their societies on their histories.
And it's seeing it from their point of view as well, right? Yeah. And he'll do that. Like he'll not only give a description of a certain people, but he'll show you from their point of view as well, right? Like, and a lot of, like, especially in the Empire books, like it's from their point of view, and seeing why they're so honor based, why they're, you know, the way they are, right? And it really makes you take a look at the different societies, right? Why there's the clash, or why, you know, there's that war, or, you know, like why this is the way it is, just like in our world, why are different people fighting, or why, you know, like taking a look at from their point of view, it gives you a different perspective into their life, into their culture. I find it very fascinating because it's, you can see the base, like the basis of that culture, or that, you know, like whether it be an Aboriginal culture, whether it be a Japanese culture, whether it be like you know, like whatever race, whatever culture it is, right? And it has that basis that he uses it in his writing to write it and to explore it. And I'm fascinated. I'm fascinated by it. So
Yeah. It's every time, every sort of like book he focuses on, he focuses on a race of people. Say, take for instance the elves. Everybody who knows, like within the books, I'm talking about within the book itself, there are certain parts of the kingdom who know and who have met elves, especially in the Western realm, because in the kingdom of the Isles, there's two parts of the realm, two parts of the realms. There's the eastern kingdom, eastern side of the kingdom, and the western side of the kingdom. The western side of the kingdom knows of the elves, but in the eastern part of the kingdom, the people just think that they are a myth.
yeah.
And when in certain parts of the books, certain parts, in certain parts, he sort of like delves into the elves and focusing on the elves.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say too much about it because they do crop up now and again. There's, if you read, I will give this, people in the West, in the western part of the know of two parts of the elves. There's the elves in Elvander who are, to lack of a better word, they are the light elves. They are the ones who are one with nature.
Yeah.
shall we
Ell
say?
at hell. The
Yeah,
Ell at hell. Yeah.
yeah. And then there's more Edal,
Yeah.
or better known as the Dark Brotherhood, the
Yeah.
Dark Elves. But with Feist, he expands on that. Why? There's the Dark Brotherhood, and there's the Eldar, the the
Yeah.
the Light Elves, basically, and he
Yeah.
expands on the why those two are with the way they are.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give too much away because you need to read the books to actually understand
Yeah.
the
But this
those.
is the thing, like with any other culture, like you will find people that you didn't know about that
Yeah,
are part of your culture, but somehow they had gone to wherever during, whatever time, like a famine or whatever, right? And then you'll find your people somewhere else, and they've kind of taken on their different characteristics and stuff, just like in our world, right? Like how
yeah,
people left Ireland and, like they came here after the potato famine, right? So it, and so, yeah, I see that with with the elves and stuff too, right? Like how
yeah,
they migrated, they moved, they split apart, they for whatever reasons, right?
yeah,
So yeah,
yeah. It's like I know Lisa has come across other elves
yeah,
within the books. I'm not going to say too much. Lisa knows who they are, but it's also later on you delve more into you will delve more into the elvish. I'm not going to say too much because they're going to delve in more into the elvish history, shall we say? Then it's like then going expanding because of the way Vice was written, is brought in other worlds as well. He's brought he's brought in other worlds. There is I will give this away. There is the Hall of Worlds. I'm not going to say too much about it. There's Lisa knows it. The Hall of Worlds, and it's like this one big massive. The only best way I can describe it is one big hallway, hence the name, the Hall of Worlds, where you can go and explore.
yeah,
And it sort of like delves into the aspect of the Hall of Worlds, if you know what I
yeah,
mean. And it's sort of like, oh, you go through that door, it's this. You go through that door, it's that. You go through this, totally peaceful.
yeah,
Oh, that's it. That is literally a toxic world. You won't survive type of thing. And it's that type of thing. And it's a sort of like an anomaly
yeah,
within in the space time continuum, if you know what I mean. If you, to quote Star Trek, if you to quote Star Trek, yeah, type of thing.
yeah,
And that's the beauty of Feist and the way he writes, because it's sort of like the whole world is sort of like a wormhole type of thing where you can actually go from one point. It's a bit like the way I was told how a wormhole works. It's a bit like a piece of paper going from one edge to the other. It takes a lot of time to travel.
yeah,
But if you fold that piece of paper in half, It's just a step. That's how the worm. That's how the wormhole was explained to me. It's basically space falling on itself, and it's just like, you know what I mean. That's the whole world. If you get me meaning.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah. So yeah, and it's fascinating. I love like, oh, there's just so many things about these books that I love to read, and because I love science fiction as well. So it's like
yeah,
there's so many different genres that it goes like, right? Like, oh my goodness, whether it's a comedy, whether it's, like action adventure, um, so many different things, right? There's sci-fi, there's sometimes horror, there's so many different
yeah,
things, right?
yeah. It's like when I first started to we started to review books back in early this year. Hence why Lisa's on this journey, because I turned around and said, Feist, if you're going to read Feist, think of Tolkien, but with Feist is jacked up, ramped up, been supercharged, turbocharged. It's been souped up so much. It is like to a billion and beyond, and it's like, you know what I mean. It's been this is Feist. It's sort of like take Tolkien and just it's been so ramped up. It's unbelievable. You think it's not just it's like Lisaboo said that it's not just fantasy. It's sci-fi. It's horror. It's thriller. It's political. Um, it's sort of like time travel. It's
Some parts are romantic. Not,
romantic. Not it's not. It's
not
not
like,
50 grade a share. It's not 50 grade a share by any stretch of the imagination. But I said it's romantic.
yeah.
But it's not grew to. It's not like it's there, but it's not in your face. If you know what I mean.
Yeah. 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 Not mushy.
So yeah, it's not 50 grade a share. Yeah, 50 shades of grey. Or should I say, Lady Chatterley's lover, or not Poppy Z Bright type of level or Chris Bunch,
Oh,
where every single little detail is actually written down and in your face, and it's like I don't want to read this type of thing.
yeah. But that's just like that's the thing with Feist. It's like so many different genres put together. So it's sometimes it's hard to explain to people, and that's the thing, right? There's something for everybody. Like, um, sure, there's some difficult parts like we talked about before. You can just go ahead a little ways, and it doesn't, affect
It,
your
yeah, it doesn't affect the
enjoyment.
storyline. Yeah,
Yeah. So,
yeah, you
but
can,
so yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like when Lisa went on to the Empire books. I forewarned her in a big way. I forewarned her in a big way. Same with the Certain War saga as well. Because there was certain things in there you just, oh, that's coming up, and I later warn her. But there are within the Empire books, there are certain topics that Johnny was who was the lead writer on in the Empire books, with obviously with Rimini Feist, allowing her to write from the Kelvin side of things.
Yeah.
There were certain things like essay. Yes, I got to use code words before YouTube gets a bit before YouTube goes full on cowbag on us. Got to use code words essay, DV. It's but the way Johnny Wirt and Rimini Feist approach those subjects. Yes, if you can sort of like skip it, but it's it's happened, and it's sort of like it gets mentioned, but it doesn't go into like full on. They don't linger on it too much, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
It's
basically it's character development and why that person is the way they are. Yeah, especially with Mara, it really shows you how strong she is, and that's the thing, right? It shows her character development and that, and so yeah.
It's plus like in the Certain War saga, there were certain scenes in there that were it's just like thinking, it's just like yes, I like to say I've got to use code words because I don't want to get totally nuked off YouTube and a few other things, and it's just like thinking, and it's those in the characters within the Certain War saga, it's how they dealt with it, or why these characters did what they did.
Yeah.
In that, especially in the after, especially of why did they run type of thing. Why did they did what they did, and why did they run? If you know what I mean. It's. Well, I'm trying not to give too much away because but with now that you're getting close to, you are starting to. I'm not going to spoil the last about 6-7 books for you, but especially of the main part of the series anyway. But with the Fireman saga, be very careful because that is brutal, and I mean full on brutal. He goes there on certain things, especially within the prologue, and the prologue of the first Fireman, King of Ashes. He goes there in the first prologue, in the first part of the book, prologue. He goes there and he goes there hard. So
you'll have to remind me before I start it.
Yeah.
What is coming up after? Is that coming up after this?
No. It's last book in this part of the series of the books is Magician's End. So
okay.
Yeah, just bear with us for 1 second.
So yeah, guys, if you haven't already, please hit that like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell to all so you don't miss any content. And comment. Let us know the band you're listening to, or if you are a band, let us know and we can do an interview. Yeah. And let's see. Just waiting for Al to come
I'm
back.
back. So, right. Right. That's the last book of the main series that you're reading now. Right. The Magician's End. That there is the next. Is the first one after the Magician's End, the King of Ashes. That's the start of the Fire saga.
Okay.
And in this book, it's be very. If anybody is getting to this point, be very careful because it's brutal. It deals with a lot of, shall we say, children and I mean, it's brutal, full on brutality. So be very, very careful. So yeah. But when I first read it, I was like thinking, why? Feist, why? But when I go on to the, that's just in the prologue. When I read the first chapter, I was like thinking, okay, now I understand when I read the first chapter after the prologue, and it's just like, right, okay, I can see it. I can see where you're going with this. So I'm not going to tell you what happens, but be very, very careful when you read it. And anybody else who wants to read this, it's brutal. So yeah, and that's the Queen of Storms. That focuses on sort of like training for certain aspects of a hidden society, shall we say, to go to different courts of the world of God and to do certain acts to get information, shall we say. So yeah, but it's good. And then this one here, Master of Fuses, which is the third book of the trilogy. It's not as graphic as that, but it's there, if you know what I mean. So
I'll just be careful.
Yeah, because you can sort of like skip it, but it's like with the Empire books, you can't skip it, but it sort of like lets you know further down in the book to see this is what happened, this is the consequences, this is like what people after this is what they were going through after the event, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
and this is so yeah. But it's like I said, be very, very careful. Be very, very careful. So which I need to get the next, which I need to get the next book in the series because it was every August, and I haven't got the money to actually date it out well I have, but it's actually getting hold of it. So, yeah, but like I said, Feist doesn't shy away from the hard topics. So
Yeah, that's the thing. But he writes it in a way that it's as artful as he can be. It doesn't go into things that doesn't add to the character, doesn't add to the line, or he's not gratuitous about it. Not too grotesque. So
yeah,
and
it's
some of it is just grotesque in thinking about it, but because it is, right? So it's
he sort of like highlights highlights certain subjects, and yes, it can be traumatic, it can be grotesque, but the way it sort of like shows you the character development of people, basically.
Why they're the way they are, because they've gone through that or had that happen or whatever, right? It's like life. Just like life. There's difficult parts, there's not so difficult, right?
Oh god, yeah. So I won't build this. Just get this. Yeah. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got five more books after the Mad God, Wrath of the Mad God. Before you get on to the Finance Saga.
Okay, I'm getting there.
So yeah.
Just think if I would have been reading more, I could have been done these and caught up. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not a robot though.
Yeah. You got after the Wrath of the Mad God. You got Rise at Dread Legion, At the Gates of Darkness. Then you got A Kingdom Besieged, A Crown Imperiled, and The Magician's End. Then you got the Fireman Saga, which is The King of Ashes, Queen of Storms, and The Master of Furies. So, but then you got the 3 other standalone books called Honor Enemy, which is part of the Honor Enemy, Murdering Remote, and Jimmy the Hand, which is part of the Rift War cycle. Not the Rift War cycle. It's the Rift War saga, which is like basically Magician, Silverthorn, Darkness Assessment, and the Empire books, because they're all set in that round about that time period. So, but I would say you don't need to read them, but it sort of like does help with certain parts of the Rift War saga and the Empire books as well. So
getting there.
Yeah. But anyway, it's getting on for 11 p.m. here in the UK. So it looks like we're going to be starting to wrap things up. But one final word about the Remedy Feist. If you're going to read them, start off with Magician. That's where it all starts. Pug, 12-year-old kid, being on the beach, collecting seafood for the kitchen at Castle Creedy, depends on which way you want to pronounce it. And he sort of like starts from there, where he falls asleep on the beach after collecting a bag full of seafood, and big storm comes in. He has a dream, sort of like dreaming. He wakes up and he thinks, "Oh shit, the tide's coming in. I need to get back to the castle."
Yeah.
And he's sort of like, this big storm comes in, and then he sort of like sprains his ankle, and he hobbles along, and he sort of like gets taken in by Meacham, and who's a free man who works with the court magician called Culkin, and it all stems from there.
Yeah. Yeah. And my, what a tale.
Yeah. When here's the question for you, right? Now that you're on the Wrath of a Mad God, thinking back to right to that first page of Magician, did you expect from there to where you are at now? Did you sort of like thought he thought he would Feist would take you to where he's from that first page to where you're at now?
If you would ask me if after, I don't know if I should say it, with Culkin and that
Crystal ball.
little, yeah, then I would have thought, because there was something about him that was different, that was special, that was bigger, right? But from that first part, no, I would say no. I wouldn't have known. He had spirit, that's for sure. He had a never giving up spirit, but I would have never thought that he would be where he is now. From that part.
Yeah. It's what has. I'm not going to say it was from that kid, that child on the beach, Pug being a child on the beach, thinking he's just a lowly kitchen hand in a castle, and he's just like thinking the development of that character of Pug, that the character into what he is tremendous.
Yeah, it's like from it's from 0 to infinity. Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah.
He's come a long way. His
Oh
journey
yeah.
has been long. Yeah.
Yeah. Long, hard. It's been. He had ups. He's had downs. He's had losses.
Yeah.
He's had everything thrown at him.
Yeah. But he never gave up.
No. Nope. He hasn't.
Yeah. And that's part of the reason why I got sucked in. It's because that's my saying, is never give up. I try to never give up, like no matter what.
Yeah.
It's, so that part
never
of him.
Give up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Never give up. Never surrender. Kick anybody in the nuts to try to stop you.
I don't know if I go that far.
Be Eric Cartman.
Oh.
kick you in the nuts.
Oh, oh boy. Authority. Respect my authority.
Respect my authority.
Yep. Oh boy.
Yeah. Yeah. Be Eric Cartman. If anybody gets in your way, kick him in the nuts. Yeah. But anyway, we digress. We digress in a good way. We how did we get from Feist to Eric Cartman?
I don't know what happened.
Well, it's one of those things. It's one of those things. But if you can't have a laugh, you cry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, let's start wrapping things up as it's 11 p.m. here. So, like we normally say, don't drink and drive. It's a full-on dick move. Don't drink and drive. Leave your keys at home. Get a taxi. Get somebody to pick you up. Get an Uber. Get public transport. Train, bus, whatever. And if you're feeling there, if you've got a bit of cash, get a bed and breakfast. Get a hotel room, but don't drink and drive. It's a full-on dick move.
Right?
So,
Yep.
because we want to see you here next week, bright and chirpy. Be like Eric Cartman.
Be like. Oh.
So, and if anybody gets in your way, kick them in the nuts.
Oh my goodness.
And
Love
if
you
you
guys.
do, so if you're going to have a drink, be aware of what that drink is and what's in it. Don't leave it unattended, because I've seen it. I've seen people put stuff in drinks, and it's just be aware of what your drink is. If you think if it's something in it and it's not, and you think it's, oh, I better not touch that, that could be spiked. Take it to the bar and say, oi, this doesn't look right. Take it to a member of staff.
Yeah.
And say, this is not right. And they'll say, right, okay, don't worry, get you a new fresh one, a new one, new drink.
Yeah.
Because I've seen it. I've worked behind bars. I worked in bars and pubs and restaurants and stuff like that. I've seen it. There are idiots, there are scum out there who will try and spike you.
Yep.
So, always be aware of where. Do not leave your drink unattended. Do not leave your drink unattended. Even for a split second. That's all it takes.
Yeah.
We want you safe. We want you have fun. We want you have a good time. And be well aware. So, yeah. So, Lisa, any final words?
Oh, just be good to each other. treat each other with respect, and tell the people that you love them, because you never know how much time we have in this earth. So yeah, and I love you guys. We want to see you back here.
Oh yes, yes, totally. And guys,
True. We love you.
yeah, I was just about to say, oi, replay crew, every day. So glad you got this far. If this doesn't sort of like give us a like, I don't know what will. So yeah. So hey, how you doing? Like, subscribe. We know you want to. We know you want to. Subscribe. So yeah, in all seriousness, it does help the channel out in a big way. It does help the channel out in a big way, because I want to get. We're so close. We literally pushed through 700 last weekend. So our next goal is 800. So can we get 800 by I know I'll be pushing it. That will be pushing it there by the end of this month, by next Saturday. But by the end of the year, can we get the 800? By the 31st of December, can we get the 800?
With you guys' help, we can.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It'll be great. So anyway, guys, we're gonna call it there. So until next time, which will be Tuesday, we're going to be interviewing the Obsidian Resurrection at 9 p.m. UK time. And yeah, so until next time, guys, we'll catch you all later.
Love you.